This is not for anyone to, not buy a course. This is just for you to be aware of certain red flags, green flags that are involved when you do buy a course. Welcome back to Transaction Care. My name is Lillian Hernandez, but you can call me Lily. And today's topic is, it's a good one. We are talking about how to choose a transaction coordinator course. So for those that are watching this, you're probably wanting to learn how to become a transaction coordinator, possibly beyond even the videos that I make, or maybe you've consumed every free resource available to you. Now you're ready to step it up and see what else there is out there. But you're not sure, you're on the fence, maybe the budget's not right. Well, we're going to talk about all that and ways that you can avoid either getting scammed, choosing the wrong program, being patient. There's so much to consider, but we're going to get into all that. And I hope by the end of this video, you have found some value and you feel more confident and strong in your decision to commit to being a transaction coordinator. Are you ready? Let's go. So much like Transaction Care, my YouTube channel here, if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button right now. And if you have subscribed, thank you so much. So much like my transaction coordinator YouTube channel, I've provided over probably at this point 100 videos for free in ways that you can become a transaction coordinator, from how much you make to how to organize your files. There's so much content here that lives on this channel alone. But when you're doing your research online, you come across courses, become a TC in under 30 days, make $10,000 a month, or start your own business, quit your 9 to 5. Like, all of that is tempting. Don't get me wrong. If I was starting my career over, my eyes would be big and want to just sign up for the first course that I saw, because in my mind, I'm thinking, well, if this course is telling me I could be a TC in 30 days, I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy it. But before you do that, pause, take a deep breath, because you will be investing a lot of money. And as a coach myself for other up and coming and seasoned TCs, I have found that there's a lot of misinformation out there, and many people are paying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for one course, and it has nothing to do with what they really want to pursue in this real estate industry. So you have to really read the fine print. You want to, again, vet these people, do your due diligence, use me as a resource to say, hey, is this good? Do you trust it? Do you know them? I don't mind, okay? But in order to choose the right program that is a fit for you, consider the following. So when you're doing your Googles, right, you type in transaction coordinator course, transaction coordinator school, whatever the case may be. Keep in mind that just because it shows up at the top of the Google page on page 1, because if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see there's hundreds of pages of information based on whatever topic you search. It doesn't mean that it is the best or the only option, okay? People pay for their businesses to show up at the top of the Google search, at the top of the pages. And they stay there because people are constantly clicking on it. And it's not to disrespect or downplay any TC programs or courses that do pop up first. But like I said, you will need to do your own research and vet and find out what's a fit for you. Time block, like an hour each day or on the weekends after work, so you can make it happen and really read what they offer. Because when I was doing research for this video, I searched transaction coordinator course. And one of the third options was the certified transaction coordinator course through the California Association of Realtors. So basically, if you're located in Florida or New York and you saw this course being offered through the California Association of Realtors and you knew nothing about real estate, you might think, oh, I'll just take this one. Well, full disclosure, every state, city, county, block, neighborhood operates real estate differently. They have their own rules, regulations, compliances that need to be met for a transaction to be complete from contract to close. And if you're not learning those nuanced things, so say you're based out of Florida and you sign up for the California course, unless you intend on serving California, you're going to be misinformed because you're going to be learning about California. And it's not to say that you can't live in Florida and operate in California, but keep in mind maybe taxes and business fees and licenses, all that. There's a lot that goes into it, but you don't want to just assume that this is the right course for you because it offers great courses like fundamentals of TCing, transaction coordination beyond the contract, all about disclosures, risk management, purchase agreements for California and related forms, real estate laws, do's and don'ts for the non-licensees. I mean, that's pretty tempting. I feel like every state should offer something to this effect for their transaction coordinators or real estate professionals outside of getting your real estate license. But when you're considering purchasing a course, you also want to consider, are you going to be learning about marketing? Are you going to be learning about how to run a TC business? Are you going to learn how to put together a checklist? What's required? Who signs what? There's so much more that goes into doing transactions other than, becoming a transaction coordinator. And if you're just learning the fundamentals, that's just one part of it. It's just one part of it. So you want to also consider things like customer service, feedback, reviews, who created it. Is that person available for questions? Can I schedule a one-on-one with them? Or is that an additional fee? Is that coaching on a separate service that I have to pay for once I'm done or while I'm taking the course? And there's just so much that goes into it, as well as communities, because you want to also connect with other people that are in similar situations as you, either through the course that you've purchased or in other areas, which I'll get into really quickly at the end of this video. But before you throw a bunch of money at a course, and by the way, courses for transaction coordination should not be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. If you're willing to pay that and it's in alignment with the type of real estate that you want to work in, then go for it. And you feel fully convinced that this is the right path for you, go for it. But for me, as a residential real estate transaction coordinator here in California, in San Francisco, California, honestly, you could probably watch a few of my videos and get it immediately. No disrespect to anyone that does have a course, because there are amazing TCs out there with courses. And if you are a TC watching this with a course, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Just promote it. You know what I mean? Because I know how much work and effort and time it involves to create a course. And as many videos as I create on YouTube, you would think it would be easy for me to create a course, but my mind just goes into I start to freeze and panic when it comes to creating a course, because it's like, it almost becomes too real. So if you have a course, much respect to you. This is not for anyone to, not buy a course. This is just for you to be aware of certain red flags, green flags that are involved when you do buy a course, because it is a big commitment and it's a lot of money. Even if you're spending $50 or $500 or $5,000, you know what I mean? But just keep in mind, it's okay to get a second opinion. It's okay to reevaluate your decisions before you make that purchase, okay? So other ways that you can learn about transaction coordination before you even hit that purchase button or get pressured into purchasing something like a big course, consider free options like YouTube, podcasts, which I have both of. Visit transactioncare.com to learn more. Even through your Google search, you're going to find a lot of blogs with a lot of free information. There are also communities. So like I mentioned, I have my TC community, which I absolutely love. You can join for free, or you can pay for the additional services, which includes coaching, access to me, via message. I prioritize my Patreon over other ways that people can contact me, but it's still, You can still access me there. I provide you with templates, checklists, a bunch of stuff that I will talk about here, but you just get first dibs on Patreon. And like I said, it's access to me one on one. But if you go on Facebook, if you visit other transaction coordinators' websites or courses, they may have a community option that is usually for free or maybe just a smaller amount versus before you commit to a huge course, you could just probably join a community. There's also the coaching route. Like I said, I do offer one-on-one coaching, and I'll probably get into, how to choose a coach in a separate video as well, because also does that is also a large commitment because, even for me, if I was just starting out, I would look at my prices and think, dang, that is kind of expensive. But as someone that has received coaching over the years and committed to it for 2 years straight, it was one of the best decisions I ever made for myself as a business person, entrepreneur, as a transaction coordinator, and just even for my own personal development. If you want to choose between coaching and or a course, you have those options, okay? And to kind of just wrap things up, don't forget that you can also negotiate prices. Some may say no and don't take it personal, but let's just say I have a coaching program for 6 weeks and it's $6,000, but I'm a smaller business. I'm not like a huge company or agency that has employees and things of that nature. And you come to me and say, hey, I scanned your website. I really want to work with you. I love what other TCs are offering, but there's something about you. I just really want to work with you, but my budget just can't afford the $6,000 right now. But I do have $1,000. Can you work with me? Me personally, I would say yes, absolutely. One, because I want to help you. Two, I'm not going to turn down $1,000 just because you can't afford $6,000. Okay. Let's be honest. Your girl's got to eat. But instead of offering you the 6-week program, maybe I would just give you 1 week or whatever my offering is. We'll just alter it a little bit and customize it to your needs. You know what I mean? So if your budget is $100, it could be like a 10-minute call, something to that effect. You get the idea. Those aren't realistic numbers at the moment, but if you see something that is out of your price range, it doesn't hurt to ask to negotiate the price or put something out there and say, this is what I do have. Do you have anything do you have any services that I can benefit from at this price range? You have power. You have power. So don't let it go to the wayside. Finally, pressure. Don't let anyone pressure you into buying their course, okay? I don't care how much it costs. I don't care how many discounts they offer you. I don't care when those discounts expire. I don't care if this is a one-time limited offer. It's not. Yeah, prices do go up on an annual basis, but that's inflation for you, okay? You would hope and pray that we're all making more money to afford inflation, but don't let anyone pressure you, because I have been pressured when I was getting my life coaching. Part of it was pressure I was putting on myself after being rejected from another company and finding out that I didn't align so much with another coaching program, that I was kind of at my wit's end, and I just said, F it. I'm just going to go for it. But it put me in debt. I ended up having a lot of buyer's remorse after. It worked, and I still have access to a lot of the resources, but I went through my own emotional roller coaster of spending $6,500 on this coaching program just because they kind of cornered me on that call. Like, well, after I hang up, it's not going to be available. So I fell for those marketing ploys and tactics, and I don't want you to fall for them just because someone's cornering you and pressuring you to buy something that is still going to be available tomorrow if you just get a different customer service person. Okay, guys. So I hope this helped and brought you some value. If you are someone that does offer a course, like I said, go ahead and promote it in my comments. It's okay. If I don't align with you or approve it, I'll just delete it. But if this video brought you some value, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. Also, tell a friend, share this particular video with a friend who you know that can benefit from this. And if you work for a brokerage or have a TC agency and want me to come speak there or coach your clients, your customers, your employees, let me know. I am available, tc@transactioncare.com. But until then, that's all I got for this topic. We're going to explore many, many to come. Next week's video, which I drop on a weekly basis, new videos, will be about how to pick a TC management program slash software slash platform to manage your business. So if that intrigues you, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And until the next vlog, care for yourself, care for your wealth. Your time is worth it. Let's coordinate. Talk soon. If you loved this video, you'll love these even more. So click on one of these and we'll talk to you next week.